Hello friends, welcome to my channel mansistudycircle.com. In this video tutorial, I am going to tell you the all about certificate examination in foreign exchange operations or certificate examination in foreign exchange, which is conducted by IIBF, Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. So let us start the tutorial. So friends, about the exam. This exam is conducted by Indian Institute of Banking and Finance for those candidates who are members of the authorized dealer member bank of FEDI. Originally, this exam or contents of this exam was the material which was supplied or which is supplied by the FEDI, and the total exam is FEDI related topics only. So this is about the exam. For whom this exam is conducted? So I have already told that this exam is open for the employees who are working with the authorized dealers and those authorized dealers who are the member of the FEDI. Okay, next is fees. What about fees? So fees for the exam is 1000 rupees plus applicable taxes and other convenience fee paid through online method only, and this fees is one time fee only. This fee is one time fee only. For any subsequent attempt, the participant will have to again re-register and again repay the fees. This 1000 rupees fee is applicable only within the given timeline, means within the main time given. Sometimes what IIBF does, that IIBF extends the time period. Whenever such time periods are extended and one candidate is taking this exam, they will have to pay a late fee of rupees 200 along with that 1000 rupees. This fee once paid will not be refunded or adjusted to any other account. So these are the guidelines related to fees. Okay, what will be the question pattern? The question pattern will be in English only, will be in multiple choice type of questions, and the number of questions will be 100. Each question will be containing 1 marks, that means 100 questions of 100 marks, and the time duration will be of 2 hours, that is 120 minutes. So not a big issue, 120 minutes and 100 questions. And normally this exam is conducted as given in the FEDI IIBF guidelines. Normally this exam is conducted twice in a year. That is the guidelines given, but nowadays when the online exam is there, it is open for the entire year, but practically once in a quarter you will be able to take the exam. Okay, so what are the cutoff date of guidelines oblique questions? That means up to what date questions will be raised or asked in this exam. Friends, all of you are aware that this foreign exchange area is a very dynamic area, and very often the guidelines are changes. So up to what date the questions or the changes will be taken care of in the exam? See friends, here in this situation, the if you are taking the exam in first half of the year, okay, that means 30th June, or if you are taking the exam in second half, that means up to from 1st July to 31st December. So for the exam which is conducted from 1st January to 30th June, the cutoff date will be up to 30th December previous year. Suppose in April someone is taking the exam. Okay, so the guidelines updated till 31st of December 2018 will be asked or will be only updated in the questions website or answers website. Likewise, someone is taking the exam say in July, so up to 30th June, whatever updations will be there, those updations only will be taken care of. So what are the different or other important rules of this exam? So certainly admit card will be issued, and this admit card will be available in the email IDs provided by the candidate at the time of filing up of the application. Okay, and candidates will be required to take and to produce any one of their identity card, like photo identity card issued by the employer, or Aadhaar card, PAN card, driving license, okay, election ID, passport, or any other. Okay, so if candidate is not taking printed copy of the Aadhaar letter and photo identity card, printed copy of the admit letter and photo identity card, the candidates will be denied from taking the exam. Okay, and some other important aspect also, mobile phones or other electronic card gadgets or smart gadgets will not be allowed in the examination hall. Okay, certainly candidates should reach the examination center well before the start of the time. And one thing, candidates are allowed to take calculator. Candidates are allowed to take calculator for doing calculations related to the foreign exchange and exchange rate mechanism, or other, if any other question is asked. So candidates are allowed to take calculator with them. Okay, and rough sheet, if required, will be provided to the candidate, and those rough sheets are will be required to return to the invigilators. Okay, and this result advice, once declared, will be available on the IABF website, and candidates can download the result after entering their login IDs and passwords, and final certificate will be sent through post. Okay, after declaration of the results. These are the important guidelines, or we can say general guidelines of this exam. Okay, now how to get the study materials, friends. All of you are aware that this exam is totally dependent on the study materials provided by the FEDI, that is Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India. So to get the study materials, one will have to approach FEDI office only. FEDI office is in Mumbai, so they will have to send the amount to the FEDI. The charges, the fees for that full set of book is for 1500. Okay, and this 1500 will be paid by the candidate. Okay, and they will provide the study materials and books. What will be the containing study materials or books? So there are 6 books of FEDI, and book number 1 contains FEDI rules and rules, foreign exchange rates, that is exchange rate mechanism, and risk management, that is risk management in with respect to foreign exchange dealings only. So book number 2 contains regulatory requirements under FEMA, that is regulatory requirement available to the resident or non-resident individuals only, and book number 3 will contain regulatory requirements under FEMA, that is regulatory requirements available for doing transactions with non-individuals, that is with entities. So book number 2 will contain regulatory requirement under FEMA available for the residents, available for the individuals, and book number 3 will contain regulatory requirements under FEMA available for the entities. Book number 4 will contain documentary credits, that is LCs, and standby credits, that is SBLCs, standby letter of credits. So book number 5 will contain export related finance related activities. So, and book number 6 will contain foreign trade policy and latest foreign trade policies 2015 to 2020. So these are the 6 sets of books which participant will have to purchase from the FEDI. Okay, this is not a book, this is 7th is a booklet. small thin booklet type. So booklet on forex facilities for resident and non-resident Indians. So everything will be covered in 2 and 3. Book number 2 and 3. This booklet, the contents of this booklet will be covered normally. Okay, now how a candidate will purchase the books. I have told you that the cost of the books are 1500 rupees, and the book is available in full set, and single book or pieces of books, that means one book or two books or required number of books, that will not be provided by the FEDI. Only the entire set of books will be provided by the FEDI. Okay, so 1500 will be required to be paid to the Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India, either through check or through NEFT. So NEFT also can be done from the bank. Okay, if check is there, it will be, the beneficiary's name will be Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India, and if NEFT will be done, NEFT will be done and the Canara Bank account of FEDI, and the account number and the details are available on your screen. So details is bank, Canara Bank of Parade, account number is 1879 10100 5526. It's a savings bank account, and IFSC code is CNRB 0001879. After remitting the fund or after sending the check, okay, candidate will be required to send email containing the details. What details? Name, bank name and address, bank name and full address, okay, then telephone number, cell number, and then details of payment, that means UTR number or check number through which the candidate has paid. And this mail will be sent from the official email ID of the candidate. That means these books are available only to the member banks participants of the member banks only. It is not available to the normal resident Indians or normal students like that. These books are available only to the participants or only to the staff members of the member banks. Okay, so details of the candidate will be sent at this email ID, book@fedi.org.in, from the mail ID which is the official, which will be the official mail ID of the candidate of the or the participant. Okay, so let us now discuss in the end detailed syllabus. What are the different items to be read for cracking this exam? So first one is FEDI rules and rules, book number 1. Then second is foreign exchange rates and risk management, and then third one is code of conduct of doing this business, foreign exchange business, the ethics or compliance, and then corporate governance. So what are the contents of the book 2? The contents of the book 2 are a regulatory requirement under FEMA, that is the act which governs the foreign exchange transactions in India, and this regulatory requirement under FEMA for resident or non-resident individuals. What will be the contents of this book 2? Remittances facility under liberalized remittance scheme, okay, other remittance facilities for resident Indians or others, then various foreign currency accounts in India abroad which is available to the resident and non-resident individuals, then acquisition of assets, how a person can acquire the assets, immovable properties outside India, and including investment and securities abroad. Then remittances of assets, if a person has acquired the assets, whether he can remit those assets, sale proceeds, how it will be remitted. So these will be the contents. Then facilities for non-resident Indians, deposit accounts, investments and borrowings. What are the facilities available to the non-resident Indians? That means, friends, this book 2 is available, or the contents of the book 2 is only for the individuals, irrespective whether it is resident or non-resident, both type of individuals. Book number 3, same thing, but for the entities. So entities means certainly it will be containing goods and services, of import of goods and services, and non-import remittances, then external commercial borrowing, then export of goods and services, then investment outside India, then investment in India by non-resident corporates, FPIs, that is foreign portfolio investors, and then other entities. Then establishment of license office, branch office, project office in India by foreign entities. Coming to book number 4, the contents of this book number 4 are very important while doing foreign exchange transactions, and those are documentary credits and standby credits. And the contents are ICC, that is International Chamber of Commerce guidelines pertaining to international commercial terms, that is INCO terms 2010, and uniform rules of collection URC, and publication number is 522. So next is UCP 600, Uniform Customs and Practices, or Uniform Customs and Practices for Documentary Credit, and its electronic version, that is EUCP version 1.1. Then ISBP, International Standard Banking Practice, ICC publication number 745. This is ISBP's ICC publication number 745. Then URBO or URBPO, Uniform Rules for Bank Payment Obligations, and this guidelines is ICC publication number 750. This guidelines came into existence from 1st July 2013. So ISBP, URBO, and then URDZ, Uniform Rules for Demand Guarantees, and ICC publication number is 758. Next is DocDex rules. So DocDex rules, what are DocDex rules? Documentary Instruments Dispute Resolution Expertise. So this is DocDex rules, Documentary Instruments Dispute Resolution Expertise. Okay, and this is ICC publication number 872. So these are the contents of the book number 4 and book number 5 and 6. Let us discuss book number 5 and 6. Book number 5 is Export Finance. This is also very important book, Export Finance. Okay, so various finance available by way of pre-shipment, post-shipment finance in rupee and foreign currency. The next is International Factoring and Forfeiting. Next one will be Export Credit Guarantee Corporation, that is ECGC. Then book number 6 will contain Foreign Trade Policy. Friends, Foreign Trade Policy is a very very big book, bulky book, but the contents of Foreign Trade Policy which are related to the specific AD banks reference, those only will be studied, or those only will be covered. Okay, so these are the contents of this exam. Thank you very much, friends, and I will prepare next video also. In that video I will start one by one explaining the contents of the books. Certainly it will be useful to all of you. So thank you very much. Okay.